Hey there, Trevor here from Double Bill Movies. Right, so it's my turn to do an episode of the 39. We are now on episode 27, and for episode 27, it is Island of Death. This is, I'd say, one of the more infamous video nasties, and one I was quite eager to get hold of when I knew that Arrow were going to release it. I don't know if we'll get a 4K, we might do. But this is my 2-disc first edition. It's DVD and Blu-ray, and has the booklet in there as well. So that's the reversible artwork. Okay, so I think Bumper might have watched the same version, and I've got his notes here in front of me, so let's see what he says, shall we? Okay, so his overview is basically a crazy British couple go on a murderous rampage in Greece whilst on the run from the law. Yeah, that's basically it. They've clearly been on a murderous rampage elsewhere in the world, and they've decided to, well, they're running away, obviously, and they've made it to Mykonos, and they decide that they're going to carry on with their shenanigans there. And one of the first things they do is ring up the guy's mother, and they're both in the phone booth, and then they proceed to have sex in the phone booth whilst talking to the mother, or not talking to the mother, letting her listen. And she repeats just, "You're disgusting, you're disgusting," and that makes more sense at the end of the film. So anyway, we have 3 questions that we ask for these episodes, and the first one is, does it feel like a video nasty? Bumper says yes. It has a common aesthetic to quite a few of the nasties, such as Anthropophagus, which is grainy seaside locations and nasty sexualized kills. Yep, there is a lot of feel of Anthropophagus, and there's actually a couple of shots where it looks like it's almost the same island. It might be, I don't know, but yes, you know, the whitewashed buildings and all the stone everywhere. So I thought I think it feels like watching a video nasty. Although, having said that, on my screen the image looked really impressive. Later on in the film, the quality of the video gets worse, but that will just be down to the reel and I'm guessing the quality of the source material not being so good. Which then starts to really add that video nasty vibe to it, like if you watched it on VHS and the kind of vibe you got then. So the second question, should it be a video nasty? And Bumper says yes, it's more perverse than nasty, but numerous rape scenes, including animal rape and a woman getting a golden shower, ensure there is enough here to give it a video nasty label. Yes, if you don't know what a golden shower is, I'm pretty sure you can work it out. Yeah, you know. Basically, the gentleman relieves himself onto the lady, and it's not what you expect. She doesn't like it at first, but then seems to sort of get into it. Yeah, well, okay. Anyway, so then the third question, should a modern horror fan check it out? Bumper says, I'd say yes. It is at best nasty to date, but it's well acted, and you're never really more than 5 minutes away from the next crazy scene. Yep, this is quite fast paced in the sense that going from one kill to the next, as Bumper says, there's not much in between it. The lead character is always thinking up the next thing that he can do and the next scenario that's going to happen. So let me answer, should it be a video nasty? Yes, it definitely should be a video nasty. I imagine watching this on VHS looking quite gritty, that it would be even more horrific than what I just saw on my projector. As you can see, my projector is actually still on because I'm going to watch another film in a minute. But yeah, the picture was really impressive. It's in 4:3, and I realised why. That because the couple are taking lots of photos of what they're doing, They use these lovely transitions. Sometimes they show the scene through the photographs, so it's sort of quite snappy, rather than being a smooth action. And they're black and white pictures, so that's really nice. That helps with the because that's the frame the pictures would be, the photographs. It makes sense to frame the film the same way. And I also really liked the sound of the camera click taking a picture as a transition over a black screen to the next scene. So, and the third question: should it be a video nasty? Should a modern horror film fan check it out? Yes, they should. It's definitely one for the if you're delving into horror and you want to broaden your horizon away from slasher and all the other kind of horrors. This is kind of a mix of a lot of different horrors. So you know, with the European vibe going on, and so yes, they definitely should check it out. So anyway, Bumper has a summary of the film. He says, so this movie was pretty wild in the end. Scene upon scene of graphic content, completely un-PC with today's standards. Yep, there are going to be scenes and language that definitely do not fit with today's society, so you have to be aware of that, and just remember it's from the past. It's from, you know, the 80s, so don't be offended by it. Then he says, but it has a certain charm, with its melancholy score and its Greek island visuals. Yeah, you see a lot of the island actually, and it's very rugged looking. I've never been to Greece or Mykonos or anything like that, so I imagine it's quite different now. But it's the whole aesthetic of the film is quite arty, and the more I watched it, especially on the big screen, I realised I wasn't just watching a horror film. I was watching quite a piece of work of art, I have to say. And like I said, with the shots as the black screen and the sound of the camera as you transition from scene to scene, and yeah, the music in some parts it fits. There's a very James Bond feel to the music. You know, let me know if you think the same, if you've seen this and you sort of agree with what I'm saying. Not as in the main James Bond theme, but just some of the songs that get sung in the early 60s Bond films. There's definitely an element of that to the music in this film. Anyway, the rest of Bumper's. My biggest issue is with the runtime. It does start to get boring in the end and could have done with being 15 minutes shorter. It does have a slight twist at the end, adding another layer to the seediness of things. Overall, it's definitely one of the more raunchy video nasties, but also one of the grossest. Yeah, like I said, there is a bit of a twist at the end, and I'll leave it for you to watch if you've not seen it before, so I don't spoil it for you. And I thought it was a bit too long as well. You know, it's about an hour and 40 minutes, and for this kind of film, yeah, although it is arty, like I said, they probably could have taken a couple of the kills out, maybe, or just some of the side action or whatever. But Bummer gives it a score of 6 out of 10. So on my Blu-ray.com app, I've just given it 7 out of 10. So we're around the same thought and feel of the film. So yes, that is Island of Death, episode 27. So the next one will be on Bumper's channel, so make sure you have subscribed to Bumper and set your notifications to all, so that you don't miss out when he puts the episode up. We're not rushing with these, so if you've been following this series, you may have realised that there can be quite long gaps between each episode. Hopefully there won't be this time. But anyway, until the next time I do this on my channel, take it easy.